Hey everybody on the Ascension journey. Hey, I haven't been on YouTube for a while. YouTube, Google, big tech, obviously pulled. They deleted so many videos, it's unreal. Anyways, we had the same problem with Facebook and Twitter, of course. You know, the censorship, the cancel, whatever they call it. Anyways, cancel culture. Okay, so what I have been up to lately is, besides I'm studying into beyond biophysics, I'm getting into the magnetobiology, right? We're moving into that, the vibrational medicine modalities. I am also have just studied cellular biology, a Harvard class, and many other courses that I'm taking. Plus, I have 2 groups that I'm working with, and I have some clients. So I've been keeping very busy. So, and what we are doing to some of the groups on Telegram, the Telegram channels is what I wanted to talk about, because not only my Telegram channel, but a whole bunch of other people that have moved into that. Sure, they're putting videos on Rumble and BitChute and all the alternatives, right? But as far as like some pieces of information, and what's cool about Telegram is that you can upload videos like up to 1.5 gigs, no, 3 gigs, I don't know, a lot. But what we're putting up the PDF files, right? Because you can upload those and then people can grab them. So, you know, the crazy stuff too, like Project Lockstep and Agenda 21, Agenda 2030, and all the eugenics society faction of the Illuminati and all that. But there's also good news, okay? There's tons and tons of good news. Like, for instance, the top of the pyramid, you know, the heads have been cut off, okay? So that's what you're seeing. You're just seeing the Illuminati running around doing their crazy stuff, okay? But there are all kinds of other operations going on, not just Q. There's all kinds of other Masterpiece and Stardust and Operation Levi and all these other, and the DUMBs that are going, and all the tunnels and everything that's been going on for the last year. I know we posted it all. We went through all of this, the human trafficking and the child trafficking and everything last year on Twitter, and most everybody's channels got taken out. And you can't really post anything on if you're an anti-vaxxer and all of that, which I wanted to get into. Not only on Telegram we're posting the good stuff, right? We're also, I am too. I just want to, you know, I want you guys to consider, of course, and, you know, do your own research, take what resonates and leave the rest. But we've been putting the good stuff too, like the med beds, the tachyon chambers, the patents that are coming out, putting those out. Anything that's helpful, like the seed savers, you know, about heirloom seeds. We're putting out all kinds of links in people's videos, and then also I'm getting a lot more into, of course, you know, the old school microbiologists that were like the Teslas, right? That narrative, right? The example is Tesla and Edison and the elites, right? And they stole, right, the patents and everything, threw it on the shelf, and then Tesla died in obscure, well, until later on people started talking about him. Well, that's what we're getting into about Anton B. Camp and his microzymian theory, Bernard and his terrain theory, even Florence Nightingale had her environmental theory before it got co-opted, and that narrative got changed too by the allopathic medicine, you know, model, germ theory, big pharma. Anyway, so we're back into the 1850s and we're going through a lot of that too, which is really cool. You know, even Louis Pasteur in his journal at the end of his life, he said, yes, it's all bogus. We basically stole their ideas and then we turned, you know, germ theory, right? So we get into all of that on my channel about a lot about terrain theory, okay, and how this germ theory came to be, and they use the exosomes, right, the cellular vesicles to basically enhance those because they're the messengers, and they usually have toxins and pathogens in them, and they're trying to tell people, you know, other like the helper T cells, and they're trying to tell them, hey, this guy's got pathogens. So what they're doing is just magnifying those and saying, oh, you have either you have an Ebola, or you have a COVID, or you have a whatever they want you to, you know, whatever they say that you have. And the PCR tests don't even work anyways. And all about that guy, Mullen, that actually said you can't even use the PCR tests for that purpose. So anyways, we get into all that, but there's other good news too, stuff that's in the Telegram channels. Okay, that's what I'm just trying to. I want you guys to consider really downloading that application Telegram. It's small I mean, maybe if you got a really huge phone memory card for your phone, because what Telegram does is they use everybody's computers kind of like their own nodes or server, right? So those videos and everything that you download and stuff becomes part of your Telegram channel or part of your Telegram folder, okay? So my suggestion is to use like your computer like I do. I tried it on my phone, but my phone wasn't big enough, and it started, I was like, 5 gigs, what? Anyways, okay, so that's basically what I wanted to say. I just wanted to give you a briefing here, an update, why I haven't been on YouTube. Of course, they pulled, I don't know how many, so I just kind of left it all, right? My Facebook too, but we have been posting on the Telegram channels, okay? Good news. Anything that's supportive, my HHNC project, my humanitarian project, right? My holistic health and nutrition centers project on that. What else have we been posting? I post a little bit about Hedera Hashgraph, right? Because that's the transparency ledgers, and that's beyond the blockchain. And that's pretty much you can see how it's happening across the board and across the world for all kinds of different applications. It's kind of like the new programming, which is good, okay, because I've researched a bunch of the different ones. I mean, you know, you don't take my word for it, do your own research. Anyways, is that plugs in, and it will plug in nicely to the quantum financial system that's running alongside the SWIFT system right now, okay? Because we're all going to go back to the gold standard, but what's got to happen first, right? The containers have to be opened over there in the Suez Canal, and then people have to really wake up and go, oh my gosh, child trafficking and stuff like that. And then we put people into jail, right? The military junta and the military tribunals, you know, and then we can get to that gold standard and stuff. So there's lots of good news, okay? I know, I have this friend of mine that's very pessimistic. I mean, he's freaked out about the AI. You know, it's just like everything. There's always a bad side to things and a good side to things, right? There's always that kind of contradiction, but who's running what, right? And right now, most of the people on the planet have good hearts, and they're stepping up to the plate. I'm not kidding you guys, okay? So, and also you can as well. If you're having a hard time, try to go to some of the cool spiritual sites. I recommend, that's in my Telegram too. I put in like yoga, I put in some spiritual people that can channel. I put in as much information that I can that's supportive for right now, okay? instead of the whole crazy narrative that, you know, the 6 companies that are run by a few people or whatever, the 6 media companies, the 2 outlets, right? The American Press or whatever that's called, consult, and then routers. And it's just goes through that same channel. Anyways, the Monarch programming. I put all that. There's so many things. There's like a flood of like even beyond wiki links too. There's like a whole bunch of data links that I put in. There's a whole, I mean, there's a lot of info and a lot of inspiration. Okay, so everybody, stay hydrated with structured water, my friends, and also, you know, stay in high vibrations. And I know everybody says that, and how do you go about it? Like, you know, just eat like an apple that's right off of the tree. There's a high vibration, and it's structured water. Get out in the backyard. Today, I was at the park, or I went to the farmer's market, right? And then when I went to the park afterwards, and I took my shoes off, right? Because the ionized particles that come through Gaia into your feet, it's kind of like I posted stuff like that too, about how to heavy metal detoxing too, that's on the Telegram channel, okay? About the ionized particles coming in, and it's good, you know, people do the earthing, right? Or anyways, and then there's the machines, you can get the ionizers or whatever and stick your feet in a bucket of like, and put a little dab of like, you know, raw apple cider vinegar in it and stuff, and soak out that way too. Plus the pads, I've got the Japanese like pads that have the bamboo vinegar in it, and I can put them on the bottom of my feet, and they turn black, and it sucks the toxins right out. So I post all of that on my Telegram channel, okay? So there's much more, but I want you guys to stay in there, man. There's a lot of good news, okay? So check out everybody's Telegram channels, check out mine. And there's a lot there. We're in this long layered Christic air shower going on right now too. Last year there was one for almost 2 months, right? And now we're in this, and I think I'm from my meditations that this is going to become the norm. Now the air showers are the secondary ionized particles hitting the planet, right? It's a gamma wave, or is it a particle or is it a wave? Anyways, the particles, because we're in that zone, okay? Our whole solar system is in what they call the photon belt, which is, it's just the electromagnetic field or the morphogenetic field, all these same, just a different descriptive word, okay? The toroidal field of Alcyone, the Pleiades, right? It's Alcyone's the biggest star in the Pleiades, and there's like 7 different stars or something. Like, it's a cool system, the Pleiadians. Anyways, so we're in that field, right? And we're going through. So our star family, our benevolent star family, is kind of checking in with us and saying, are they ready for more? Let's give them a little bit more of the gamma waves. You know, they're called different things. Scalar waves, the plasma, the adamantine particles, the God particle. I don't know. Anyways, it's hitting the planet. So you can have a lot of ascension symptoms because it's a transmutational process. Morphogenesis. This is the ascension process, right? Which is just taking everything's DNA, including the planet, everything, and on it, and it's shifting its vibration to a higher frequency. So, it's very simple. Anyways, so the more you clean out your system and stay holistically healthy, and that means up here too, that means your emotions and your brain power too, to stay clear and do some meditation. I highly recommend it, of course, with shoes off, out in nature if you can, just like the masters, just like Okay, I've said too much already. Anyways, over and out. Thank you guys, many blessings, and I'll hopefully see you guys soon. Oh yeah, the workshops are on hold because I want them to be in person, and I'm not about to get into this whole, for me, I'm not into like having the workshops via, the internet and stuff like that, like, right, doing them online in a Zoom thing. I'd rather be in person with people because the whole pandemic and all of that. Anyways, it's all out there. All the information's on the Telegram channels. Okay. Thanks, guys. I'll see you soon.